All right, we're gonna call this the halfway point because you're probably gonna watch these guys catching fish and me back here cussing. But now it's a game changer. I broke out. The bracelet has nothing holding it back like a nasty hoodie that seems to be bad luck. I'm gonna sneak it up in there and by Charles's tackle box when he's not looking.
Say sun's out,
But,
guns out.
yeah, buckle up, hang on again because this fishing adventure really truly does start right now. I'm gonna catch a big one. Or get wet trying. I'm gonna dive in after one if I see him. Okay, well this venture starts kind of now. I'm not even rigged up yet. I gotta retie.
That's what it is. They're not hungry.
This is the brother to the one that you caught.
Yeah.
You guys totally missed it. Matt set the hook on something over there in that shade line. Sounded like a shotgun going off, not even a 22.
It was a big gun.
Of course, broke a bunch of line off, but Matt uses fluorocarbon. Guess what? Fluorocarbon is gone. Sinks. So, what we're going to do now, it's redemption. We're going to get Matt's fish back. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But sometime before this summer, fall is over, right in this area, that fish probably lives. We're going to catch that fish. It's going to have its line sticking out of its butt. All right, here we go. First cast with a shaky head. I just now realized I probably have way too stiff of a rod and drag.
But it was 4 jigs for like $10. It's still not bad if it's tungsten. Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. That Bass Pro, a 3/8, 3 pieces is like $12. Just for the. Yeah, but these were trout, little tiny trout. Oh yeah.
I got a fish, first cast. Jesus, throwing the wrong bait all day long. Not a giant though. Don't write home about this one, guys. But that was very first cast. Whee! Charles, I told you to use sprayed grass, Charles. Charles didn't even know about soft plastic, let alone sprayed grass color, and then now he's wanting to dog me. Charles, don't you do it. He's just kidding, guys. Now that one I was a ways out. I worked it out probably 5 foot from.
The last couple I caught were like down and out a little bit. That's what
yeah.
I think there's a transition there.
So I was like, I don't know if that one followed me all the way from the grass line or just is out there a ways.
You got wood, you got deep, you got everything right here.
They're definitely, other than the ones I watched Matt catch with that popper, my two on the, I felt like I had to slow crank that chatterbait in order to get him to hit it. That's why I got hung up so many times. I was reeling so slow. There you go. Oh wow, get him.
He's still there. He's one of your guys' fish.
All right, well wait a minute. I gotta stop. I gotta switch to, that one caught a fish. Now we gotta go to this contraption that Matt, here's how Matt fishes. Of course he don't use this bait. I've got a sprayed grass, what do I call that? Hula sticks, whatever that thing's called.
Bang stick.
Bang sticks, yeah. I hardly ever use these, but just because.
Look, he's running with it, and I'll probably still mad thing.
Yeah, probably little.
Yep. He had my bait.
Ding.
Oh, Charles got it.
We are on it. I just saw that one come up out.
See if he's got my bait in his mouth. I'm gonna have to get me some more sprayed grass beavers.
Yeah, so far. Well, I can tell you right now, they're around wood. Everything we've caught has been around wood.
You caught that swimming, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, he got it too. That's a chunk too.
Yeah, nice bass. Charles got one. Throw that fish back, Charles. They're around wood. Get out of here. You guys missed it. I caught a giant on my 7'6" rod. Well, it's Matt's rod. That bait is almost as long as that little bass. We were getting ready to leave, go to another spot, and I sat down and saw the thing on Matt's depth finder. I'm like, there's a bunch of something right here. So we threw back out, and maybe we should have just kept going.
There's a brush pile or something. I keep going over something.
Hitting it, yeah. I can't cut it. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, you guys can't do that while I'm... I told you guys. I either got a big stick or a big fish. Or a whirly bird. Whew.
What is that? Oh, little bit.
Ah!
You didn't catch that.
I had to reel him in like a quarter mile. And I wore myself in the hook out. Okay, I'm like, I'll just set it to where I know I won't backlash. Uh oh, Matt got a big one.
That's a piece. Actually, it's better than we have been.
Yeah, you might want to grab the net on this one.
Get that net.
It is bigger than we have been.
Matt, boat flipped a 4-pounder or 4.5, and I'm looking at that net going, well, how big a fish you plan on catching to have the net out?
Well, that was like 60-pound braid that I boat flipped with.
Whoa.
Chatterbait?
Not real great though.
No. Is it swivel here?
Oh, I got him. Oh my goodness. Woo!
Well, them brim like those. Oh, there's one. Oh, it'll be a bass. He was fighting like he was a lot bigger. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you like your two.
Yeah, brothers, don't we?
Yeah. There you go. We're in them. I started calling this place Land of Giants. You get over here, they're starting to be always little bass and greens like galore.
I think these things are one to eat.
Bite is tough. Charles got one on a purple haze. Looking at it, it's got a crawdad in its gut.
What? I think that pole's gauge. Oh yeah? No, it's just bait. Oh, bait gauge? Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll get a bait.
Right there, you guys, I'm telling you. Why did I stop fishing with a chatterbait?
That's chatterbait?
Jeez, yeah, right over there where that stump where you guys were tossing. I swim across with this purple chatterbait and fish.
Pick it up and they've got a really decent, well, black mass.
I'm catching a chatterbait fish.
This does look like the chatterbait spot. Grass, black.
I still think I might get one of those DCs just to try it.
Yeah, just to see what it does.
Yep.
They say they sound horrible when you cast them.
Don't get the Corrado DC. It's
Get the
well, it's not the no, don't get the SLX either. Spend a little more money. Oh shoot, I can't remember if it's the right there at the boat. I told you guys, I'm getting a chatterbait fish. Get over here. Talking Shimano shit mono DC reels with me, trying to fish here with my Daiwa. Oh, the reel test cursed you, making everybody like Shimanos. No, they. I'm trying to think, and I said his name because of the guy, the reel test. There's one that I think it's either a little more money or almost the same price as the Corrado, but it gives you, it's a higher end DC. Because I had the Corrado DC and it felt a little, it's a good reel, but it was kind of a cheesier version of the DC compared to the higher end ones.
with the computer chip in it.
Well, here's the thing about,
That's the one.
right,
with the,
yeah, it's
okay.
DC.
Yeah.
Right, as soon as it hit the water, I had to hit. But here's the thing with it. I had mine and I've had it set where I liked it. And like right now, the wind, I could cast with the wind and like it felt like it was restricted, like I needed to turn it down. So it had adjustment. I'd adjust it one down and it felt freed up. But then I would turn and cast into the wind and then it almost went a backlash. So you got to not, yeah, Charles got a fish. So I would
No skin back here.
so I would turn it back up to where you could throw in hard wind, no problem, but then it felt restricted any, like if you weren't thrown into hard wind. It just had this weird, It felt like it didn't have enough settings to work right, to work the way you wanted it to.
This thing feels heavy.
Yeah, we're on them now. We're on them, guys. Matt kept us up in that deep water and we were sucking. These fish are almost dirt shallow. Of course, we ain't caught no Charles, shallow water chatterbaits. And Charles is catching with a very realistic kind of natural colored looking deal. I don't even know what you call I'm catching them on. This kind of crazy purple people eater.
Mine. This is my purple haze chatterbait.
That ain't purple haze. That's your sprayed grass. Sprayed grass. Oh. Matt got him.
About to show these boys right there, all these worms, different colors, you know, when he gets out there, he's fishing, he cannot catch the fish. But all these other boys are just catching fish left and right. He said, you don't need any color but green pumpkin. He said, all the colors that I had, he said, none of them work. When I go to green pumpkin, started catching them all.
Don't ever doubt the power of a little old jig.
Yeah, being you've been fishing jigs your whole life.
Yeah, I have. Always throw the jig. I'm about ready to try. After this one, I'm going to dig out a black and blue. Told you, big fish. Gigantic. Oh boy, it is a nice, I mean, better than what I've caught. Yay! Told you. Oh, jigs suck.
Doesn't count.
Jigs suck.
You didn't catch that fish.
Jigs suck. That is a little bitty old. I don't know. It's something ain't right.
You need to cut that weed guard off.
Dude, it ain't the weed guard. That weed guard's a little bitty.
Is there a weed guard on there?
Yeah, a little dinky. It's a little dinky jig. If anything, it's probably the fact I'm on a medium heavy rod with this little old, like, finesse jig. But it had a nice little chunk. And I was sitting down when I set the hook. Let me try him again. Look how good, though, this thing casts. 15-pound line and that little bitty old lightweight jig, I can cast it a mile. If I get a bite, I'm setting the hook so hard, Charles, that weed guard's going to go through his brain.
I'm gonna break it. Let him do it. I thought I caught enough fish today. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I do have more, so.
But I really think this finesse black and blue.
You ain't no tube. No. Yeah, it's a jig. It's a tube. It's a tube jig.
I don't know what you got there, but
Tube jigs?
yeah, they're just tubes. There's nothing jiggy about it.
It is. It's just, what's the difference in that and this?
It's not very jiggy.
A jig has a head and a...
It does. It's inside it.
No, but you can't call that because you put it all together. A jig, Charles.
I'm telling you, when they came out with these back in the 80s, they called them tube jigs.
But they're not. In the 80s, everybody was clearly on something, Charles, like they are nowadays, but it's medical nowadays.
All those brush hogs. Eddie, oh my God.
All right, it's about to be game over. Somebody put a little Max scent or a little sunscreen on this bait for me.
Yeah, that right there. Huh?
I'm gonna call this. I don't even have to go that far. Right out here in front of the boat.
Fall down that thing.
Got it.
Don't count it. You said no.
Ah!
What you have?
Because it didn't come to the boat.
That was a big stick.
This one is nice.
That's a big stick.
That's
Yeah.
a nice fish.
Nice chunk.
Nothing wrong with that.
What was that on?
Brush hog.
That's funny. We both called this. We couldn't do that again if we wanted to.
Did you pull them both out of the shade?
No,
Mine's
he was
right out
out
here
in
by
the
that
middle.
But did
He's
you
like-
start in the shade?
No, he went like this. He's like, I'm gonna call it right there, and bam, and a nice fish.
Matt knows this spot.
There's an incline, like the bank, the way the bank goes right there.
Yeah.
It goes from real shallow to kind of deep. They're just sitting on it. Or I'm assuming. That was my
You
guess.
assumed correct.
Yep.
That's a nice chunk, man.
All right, we're done. We're done. Thanks for watching. Get out of here. Today was not the greatest. Matt tore quite a few of them up here and there. And actually, right over there is where his big one came from. And truth be told, we should have caught that big one Matt caught and turned around and went back home and did something else.
Did I not say showstopper? Let's go home?
Yeah, showstopper, time to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Get out, go bass and bonsai. I'm going home.